Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. Power BI Fundamentals, Episode 4 of 14. The secret to a blazingly fast, highly accurate report actually has nothing to do with the charts on the screen. When numbers do not match across departments, the problem is rarely the visual interface. It is the data architecture sitting underneath. Today, we are looking at the semantic model. A semantic model, which Power BI formerly called a data set, is the invisible brain behind your reports. It is a common mistake to view Power BI as just a tool that pulls in a flat database table or an Excel sheet and draws a graph over it. That is not the case. A semantic model is a robust relational network. It stores the tables, but it also encapsulates the relationships between those tables, the formatting metadata, and the predefined business logic. It sits squarely between your raw, scattered data sources and your visual reports, acting as an organized middle layer. You can bring in data from a cloud database, a local file, and a web API and stitch them all together into one cohesive structure. This is the part that matters. You absolutely do not need a new model for every single report. A well-designed semantic model separates the core data logic from the visual presentation. Take a scenario where your company needs a single customer truth model. The marketing team wants to track campaign performance, while the sales team needs to monitor their daily pipeline. In a poorly designed system, both teams extract their own data, write their own business rules, and inevitably create competing versions of reality. In a mature architecture, both teams connect their individual reports to the exact same semantic model. You build the complex logic exactly once. That single customer truth model can safely power 10 entirely different reports across the organization. If the definition of an active customer changes next year, you update the central model. All 10 reports inherit the new rule automatically. How this model actually handles your data depends entirely on the storage mode you select during creation. The two primary paradigms are import and DirectQuery. Import mode pulls the data from your original source, compresses it, and loads it directly into the Power BI in-memory engine. This is the default choice for most projects. Because the data resides entirely in memory, complex calculations and interactive filtering happen almost instantly. Your reports feel exceptionally fast to the end user. The limitation is that you are caching a snapshot of the data. You must schedule periodic refreshes to pull in updates, and there are physical limits on how much data you can push into memory. DirectQuery takes the opposite approach. No raw data is ever imported. The semantic model stores only the structural metadata, like table names, column types, and relationships. When a user clicks a filter in their report, the model translates that click into a live query and sends it straight back to the underlying database. You rely on DirectQuery when your dataset is simply too massive to import, or when the business demands near real-time visibility into the source system. The obvious trade-off is performance. A report running in DirectQuery mode is only ever as fast as the database answering the questions, and every interaction puts a compute load directly on your source systems. The visuals in your workspace are just lightweight windows looking into the data. The semantic model holds the actual truth, and getting the model right means the reports practically build themselves. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Until next time, take it easy.